Storefront ad announces that time is shortening, and so is our inventory. Prohibition is coming into effect. Barrels of booze are being poured down the drain. It seems that this whiskey plant near Detroit is coming to an end. Liters of wine pour down the streets of Los Angeles. Booze smugglers came up with all sorts of ways to get around the law. And these brave women prove that not all smugglers were men. During Prohibition, Americans had to hide their liquor bottles in the most creative ways. To avoid punishment, these smugglers set up their business in the forest. Officers in Cambridge, Massachusetts, pour confiscated alcohol down the drain. It's fair to say that Prohibition wasn't particularly popular. A wrecked car with cases of moonshine, in mason jars, in the hands of the police. In spite of Prohibition, alcohol did not disappear. Beer, wine, and hard liquor such as gin and whiskey were all smuggled and sold in speakeasies, illegal saloons, that could be found in any city. This restaurant in Washington, D.C. was operating at night as a speakeasy. During a police raid in 1923, barrels of beer were pulled up from the basement. This photo shows the result of a raid by federal agents on a building in Washington, D.C. in 1922. The large item in the middle is called a still, and was used to make illegal whiskey. This raid on a speakeasy in New York City found barrels of beer ready for thirsty customers. Police officials posed for a newspaper picture as the beer was dumped into the city sewer system. An ingenious, anonymous man demonstrates for reporters how one can transport flasks of alcohol throughout the city during Prohibition. Alcohol is unloaded from an airplane seized during a Prohibition raid. A man uses a fireman's axe to destroy alcohol confiscated during Prohibition raids throughout Detroit. A police officer shows off a cache of alcohol found hidden in a car during a Prohibition raid. Rum runners drive alcohol exported from Canada over the frozen Detroit River. This beer-laden truck has broken through the ice of Lake St. Clair while en route to Detroit from Canada. Detroiters, in support of repealing Prohibition, demonstrate through the streets of downtown Detroit during the city's beer parade. And here they are again riding inside a car decorated with crepe paper and the message, "We want beer," Hamtramck, through Detroit in support of the repeal of Prohibition during the beer parade. This image shows law enforcement agents dismantling the bar inside a speakeasy that had been raided in Camden, New Jersey. Moonshiners working outdoors in rural areas of the country devised a clever method to cover their tracks, literally. In order to evade Prohibition agents, moonshiners attached to their shoes wooden blocks carved to resemble cow hooves. Americans who continued to consume alcohol during Prohibition had to find creative ways to hide their booze. In this photograph, a woman demonstrates a faux book that was used to conceal a liquor flask. The left side of this 1928 image depicts a woman wearing a large overcoat that would attract no notice. When the overcoat is removed for the image on the right, it reveals the woman has strapped to her thighs 2 large tins used for transporting alcohol. A demonstration in New York City on November 10, 1932, calls for an end to Prohibition. Customs officers confiscate a large amount of alcohol from the smuggler's boat. These protesters have even resorted to quoting the Bible to reach out to the government. And at this party, the Prohibition was clearly not in effect. The Crazy Cat Club was an art school, tree house, and illegal bar in Washington, D.C. Police shut down an illegal liquor factory in King County, Washington. Alcohol confiscated by police is being poured down a sewer in New York City. Agents confiscate cases of booze during a raid. Two workers at a New York brewery clean out a beer tank that was empty during Prohibition, November 23, 1932. The breweries were back in business after the repeal of the 18th Amendment. Goodbye, 18th Amendment. Prohibition is over. Black Panda reminds that drinking alcohol can lead to addiction and serious health problems. Black Panda does not support alcohol drinking. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to give like and subscribe to the channel. Also do not forget to write any comment. Take care and see you in the next video.